All right. Now I know it's recording. Cool. It's blinking back and forth. That's recorded on this side for a change, just to see what it's like. So, welcome. Hello, Self, Cosmos, Sohana. Soul Dr. Nick here. It is April 3rd, 2025, around 6:20 in the morning, probably. 10 minutes past first light. It is Thursday morning. I slept in because I had a late night discussion of feelings of many things. Didn't really sleep until around 12:30 and passed out, and then came at 2 and had some really crazy dreams. This is magic mirror work, so this is for me. By me, through me, as me. Yeah. I was dreaming of this outer space where there's almost this cosmic daycare with some friends and trying to see if it's going to work out. And there's this place where there's some teachings, but if you have too much of the experience, your body can suddenly go into almost it's a paralysis, but as well it's more of a stasis, and it slowly comes back out. And I was testing to make sure everything was okay to leave my son there with them, then debating whether I should, and then also looking for a mask, as well was also running these experiments and randomness. There's some stuff with penises, so much stuff. My son's in the penis phase, if that isn't clear as well. So everything's about penises right now, which is hilarious and such a reminder. It's like for boys, everything's about penises and boobies at one point in time. And then coming back to, what are the questions to ask? What would I absolutely love to do in this life? And there's so many things that are going well, and there are so many things that feel like they're completely off kilter. And I'm practicing being with both. I was noticing yesterday, it's like some things I'm grateful for and I can acknowledge myself for. Way better at helping out around the house now. Like whether it's cleaning the dishes, whether it's cleaning up after myself, whether it's helping with wake up, bedtime routine, but it's still getting better at helping. It's not me taking on the primary. And there's a part of me that never wants to, and I'm watching the Bob Dylan documentary, and there's a part of myself that has a recognition going, yeah, kind of, it's like, can I be myself without trying to be the version of myself that everyone else wants me to be at the same time? And that is part of the work. He wrote that fame caught up with him. Like, he couldn't just be him anymore. Like, there was no anonymity. He's like, I feel like I'm losing my mind. I was like, okay, that's such a interesting idea. And then surrounding yourself with almost a posse of people who allow you to be you. And the movie's highlighting different aspects of life. And I love the idea that the original Bob Dylan, who's still alive, he's like, let's add in a completely made up scene and not tell anyone what it is. I'm like, I can totally see that being the case. It's like, I am gonna make shit up. Because yeah, everything is just a story. It's just a story. It's like, who is he? I was with the carnival before, right? Like, it doesn't matter what the truth is, so to speak, the truth that we feel we deserve and want to hear, and the objective reality we think that there is. And it's just like myself, like my past at this point is almost more defined by what I say than what actually happened. And then at some point, it's so funny, I can't imagine being one of the politicians right now. Like, right now they have the election cycle going in Canada, and every single politician is getting scrutinized. Is what you're saying about your past lining up with what the evidence that we're unearthing says and what everyone else says? And if it isn't, then we're going to question the heck out of you. And by doing so, what I imagine is happening is it's making it not just more easy, but almost forcing you to fit the narrative of this materialistic past. Because when it comes down to it, I have an experience of my life. Yesterday I was getting asked questions. I was like, I can't answer these questions right now because my mind doesn't work like that. If I answer the questions, I'm going to be out of the moment. If I'm out of the moment, then I won't be present with you. If I'm not present with you, then that's going to be more of a disconnect. But also, I recognize that by not answering your questions, your interpretation is I'm not being present with you. Your mind's interpretation is that I'm not being present with you. And it's so interesting, it reminded me of being in Parliament, Model Youth Parliament, way back when I was in grade 10, I think, and I got elected Premier. And I was on, quote unquote, the hot seat. And we were talking about whether knives were okay, I think. And they're like, well, what if they brought this butter knife to school? They're buttering the peanut butter jam and they start stabbing people. Is that okay? And my mind couldn't help but engage in their mind and being caught down the rabbit hole. And as I did that, I noticed the noose getting tighter and tighter, but I didn't know how to get out of it. And I feel like last night was a practice going, oh, I can feel that noose. I can feel that noose of pain, of resentment, of argument, of no one winning. And I'm going to practice doing something entirely different. This isn't the right answer either. So here's the piece that I recognize. It's not like I did the right thing, right? Like, now I'm just going to do that. I'm not going to answer people's questions. Rather, even doing the wrong thing sometimes in the moment that's different than what I normally do helps me to see something. Just looking at the sky, and when I first started looking over at the east, there was some yellow in the sky, which is cool. And then now as I look up, it's like a light baby blue through the clouds. And I'm grateful that I can see through the clouds somewhat in some places. Just taking a breath. And then taking another breath. It is such a beautiful life that I get to live. It is such a beautiful life that I get to live. Just breathing. Just breathing. Just breathing. Recognizing I can bring things back, let go of the shame that might be associated with bringing something back. That's part of it. That's a big part of it, letting go of the quote unquote shame. The shame of it all. I'm thinking of going to Costco this morning to return some stuff. My brain is there right now. I'm going to explain where I was for the last 30 seconds, minute. I was like going through the conversations already. I'm planning to return a vacuum that I just ordered and planning to return a vacuum that broke down after 2 years that I always meant to return. There was actually a battery issue with it. But recognizing they could still say no. And if they do, can I be with that? And if they do, it's okay. It doesn't mean that I am a bad person. That's part of this practice. And then it's funny, the constraint of my work, because I put it out to my team, and I'm glad I did, because just keeping it simple. And my dear friend Mark just comes back and is like, we haven't actually announced what we're doing yet. It's as simple as that. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And there's something else that's missing possibly, and I haven't looked at my messages this morning yet, and I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing what's there because there's something that's up. There's something that's up. I'm gonna get some coconut water now, see if this just tracks me slowly. When I use the actual app, this pulses, which I'm really grateful for because it helps me to see that I'm being recorded. What's interesting now is that the green light has come back on. I don't know what that means because it was off for a while. So it's either stopped recording or it's still recording, but now it's tracking. And I'm going to come over and I'm going to check because I really don't want to do this and not have it be recorded. So I'm going to push the button first. Turn off tracking. Check to make sure it's still recording. 11:15. 11:20. Yeah, so still recording. Hoping that it's still working. Turning tracking back on. There we go. And then just trusting the process. Trusting the process. I don't remember the hand symbols that start and stop recording and all that stuff, and that's okay. I haven't learned all the tricks for this, that's for sure. Really enjoy having this fire here. I got some old iPhones kicking around. I don't know what to do with them yet. How many devices, how much EMF do I really want around me, my family, especially my little one at all times? Now just looking off in the distance, the sky is getting slightly brighter. Still a little bit of a yellowish sky off in the distance. And it is a commitment. It is a commitment to come up and be in the sunrise every day. Yesterday we saw the sunset as well at the park across the street. My little man is really enjoying playing outdoors, and we're enjoying playing with him. Having an early dinner allows for that as well. And then we do still stay up for a few hours after that. That's part of our challenge. But we're using a lot fewer lights. We have the stuff to cover the lights now. My beloved's received it. I haven't felt the call to try to get it done, and she hasn't asked, and that might be something to do. And getting my financial house in order, cleaning shit up. That's part of it this morning, just cleaning shit up. Heading out early this morning. I'll head out before 9 a.m. It's not even 7 a.m. yet, so got lots of time. Lots of time. Lots of time. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is. Part of that is noticing the life of these musicians, especially these singer-songwriters, the songs that are almost downloaded into them, but the craft of creating songs. And this is part of my craft right now. The craft of creating videos, the craft of being with myself, just over and over and over again. And as I do this, I'm better able to improvise. As I do this, I'm better able to notice the parts that are missing, the parts that I stumble upon. Oh, so many parts of my life that I do not complete. There's so many energetic leakages, so to speak. And then letting it go. And then letting it go. And then letting it go. Random thoughts. Booga baga. Random thoughts. Booga baga. Random thoughts. Booga baga. Random thoughts. 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 Love it all. Love it all. Love it all. Booga booga. Booga booga. Booga booga. There's always a choice to be made. There's always a choice to be made. There's always a choice to be made. It's always a choice to be made. What are the stories? What are the fears? What are the blocks? Last night for my dear Marika in Tahiti, Tefiti. And that's a big change. Letting go of a place you've been in for 4 years. Part of it for me, yeah, I can hear that, like, how am I, quote unquote, harming my family by not having a stable place that we can really hang our hat on for multiple years? And part of that's just a fucking story. Just remembering the First Nations, I can imagine they moved relatively regularly and they learned how to create home wherever they are. Oh, I'm seeing little edges of pink and orange in the sky over there. It's gorgeous. Wow. I'm loving this light. It's more of a pastel-y rainbow of colors in the morning. Not grounding under the earth in the same way that I would, but I am grounding, and eventually probably I'll walk off to like Rocky Point or something like that and do this work there. Where else would I go? Oh. But the easiest place to be actually still is this rooftop patio, right? And I'm really grateful that I have this really easy, accessible place. Hello there. It's interesting being with myself and continue to move and to stretch a little bit, stretching the hips, stretching the back. I can feel the tightness in the lower back, tightness in the gut. I definitely had some crap. And here's my food yesterday. Whew. Possibly start off with an enema again this morning. Whew. And then also not try to control that, whether I do or I don't. We'll see what happens after this part of this morning, whether I go for the enema first or whether I go straight to Costco first. No right, no wrong answers. Making a lot more juice. Just noticing how warm this glass got, even that low down. I'm just staring off into the kind of the peachy, pastel-y colors that are reflecting off some of the clouds or the fog over off in the distance, and just enjoying being able to notice the colors that are there and noticing that it's going to be fleeting in seconds to minutes. Any moment it will be gone. And then recognizing, am I allowing, by being able to see that color, that near infrared light into my retinas, and then by doing so, is that activating the UV sensors, and what is that changing in my body? And if it's totally sunny today, definitely getting upstairs here, definitely getting some sun in the whole body. Just imagining a daylight monitor or a daylight screen. How many roads must a man walk down before they'll call him a man? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. And it's funny, when you've done something that people like, they want you to do it over and over and over again. They want their version of it. They want their live experience of it. And it's, I'm going to use the word important for me to keep noticing, who do I want to be in this moment? What do I want to create? And then being willing to be flexible. All right, that was who I was. Who do I want to play into now? Who do I want to play into now? Thank you. 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 Just noticing. Just noticing. Noticing right now is just thinking about some medicine and where to source it from and how to create it. And then noticing I haven't done the integration call from my bodywork last week. And then noticing it's been almost a week since I had a call with Ellie. Noticing it's been a few weeks since I had a call with Elena. And then noticing as well, like, what am I not doing to take care of my health, my body? Listening to that video from Dr. Demartini again this week. Listening again and just imagining the Demartini method, just balancing the positives and the negatives. When have I done this? When have I, in the moment, wanted to be present with someone but kept bombarding them with questions, staying with the past hurts, staying with the past stories, and then even then recognizing I don't have good answers. I want to find the right answers. And so it's hard sometimes. It's hard just to be me. Because I can recognize there's part of my mind that's like, how do I answer this and win the game? As if there's a game to win all the time. It's part of the challenge when I think I'm playing games all the time. Versus as distinct from, in a way, winning the game is just continuing to play the game. As long as you're playing, you're winning because you're part of the game. And then I'm just thinking right now of the bamboo katanas, because that is part of a contest. Competition is sacred, comparison is something else. I can't remember what it was. Great line. These are all great lines, not full truths. And I can see how that competition, when it's just chosen, not as this means that I am therefore now above you in all ways. Rather, in this way, we're willing to dive into the arena and see who will emerge victorious, because we're diving into a zero-sum game consciously. And there's an infinite number of zero-sum games we can dive into consciously that highlight different skill sets, that highlight different talents, that highlight different strengths and weaknesses. And just continue to look at the sky and these beautiful colors, because it's moving around a little bit, and enjoying the sunrise. And what is it? We have 4,000 weeks on average to live. 4,052 times 10 is 520 times 100 is 5,200. I think we got more than 4,000, but that's probably living to the age of about 80. If it's 4,000 weeks, then times 7, that's going to be 28,000 sunrises. This is about 1/30,000th of my life, 1/3. So just noticing that, like, how many sunrises have I missed? I have the opportunity now to find more sunrises that I missed still. And how rare and beautiful it is to even exist. Ah, da, 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 for you see it all again. I tried to write it down, but I could never find a pen. I give anything to feel, to say it one more time, that the universe was made just to be seen by my eyes. With shortness of breath, I try to explain the infinite, and how rare and beautiful it truly is that we exist. So just looking all around, because there's edges of colors all around. It's more of a pinkish hue on the right-hand side off in the distance. It's more of this kind of peachy, orangish hue in the middle. And then off to the right, it's a little bit more yellowish. Or off to the left, but it's hitting almost all the clouds now, and that's really cool. How rare and beautiful it is to even exist. And it's almost a reminder as I look at the trees now, there's a more of a redness and a yellowness to the trees. It's not one straight color, and that's what I was listening, like if you call a leaf green, then you're not seeing colors. And right now, this morning, and in life in general, as I look out, I'm seeing reflections off some of the window panes over there, it's awesome, is that this is probably very healing for the eyes. I imagine it's helping build real resolution into the eyes. It's like, oh, this is how I focus on not just artificial dots, but real blending of life and colors. And then looking off in the distance, looking near, looking off, practicing the different focusing planes, practicing looking for motion and looking for emotion as well, energy and motion. Noticing as I'm looking out and being with all this, I'm feeling almost an ache in the lower left rib cage. Practicing singing, practicing breathing into the diaphragm, just noticing to make sure the light is still pulsing, things are still recording. There's a part of me that gets frustrated when I think I'm recording something. It's like suddenly it's like, I lost it all, as if I'm losing that experience. That is part of some of the ridiculousness of my life now. They're putting a lot more cameras in the building, or that's the plan, and there's going to be a lot of discussions around that. I don't know the answers, and I don't know the truth, and I don't really know what I've been dragging since my youth. But I push on, I philosophize, keep my prophecies by my side, and I hope to meet you at the gates, see that light shining on your face, 'cause I belong here, I belong with you, and all our answers reside here too, 'cause we've been high, darling, we've been low, and all of it's helped us grow. We belong here and we deserve to dream. It's funny, as I'm doing this, I'm reminding myself it's important to dream. It's important to sing. It's important to be around the fire. It's important to be here in the morning. Today is going to be a wunderbar day. I feel to heal. Everything is a story. I always have a choice. The only constant is change. I'm a genius and I apply my wisdom. I do what I love and I love what I do. Whatever I have done or have not done, I'm worthy of love. Whatever I have done or have not done, I am worthy of love. If my mother was the mom I'd hoped she'd be, I would not be the man I'm proud to be today. His dream had to die for mine to live. Just practicing different affirmations, practicing different ways of being. There's different things to read off today still. And I'll get to it when I get to it. There's writing down the highest priority actions that will help me achieve the goals of doing what I'd absolutely love to do. Like, this is part of it. Waking up every day, being with the sunrise. That's something I'd absolutely love to do. So setting an alarm every day for sunrise, for first light actually, is part of my goal. Oh, that's interesting. I am waking up to first light every single fucking day. I'm gonna make a post about that. How many sunrises and sunsets, how many things am I missing? And it's funny because last year, for example, in my, let's say, obsession with enemas, there was a bit of an obsession. I would see first light every day because I would wake up early enough that I would start the enema in complete darkness. And by the time it really rolled in, because we had a window, a frosted window in the bathroom, I would know that sunrise had already happened. And then there would be a few days in the dead of winter where I would be done the enema and still hadn't hit first light. Interesting. Interesting. And it's funny how I started off in the bathtub and I had to listen, and I resisted at first. No, you can't do this on the floor. No, you can't do that. And then doing it and like, oh yeah, of course you can do this. So yeah, I can do an enema tips and tricks video. I forget that sometimes. It's just like a life tips and tricks video. Like I went from breathing every day too. How do you breathe through the diaphragm every day? How do you just notice, and all the different practices, all the different habits. I went from a beer drinking, wine drinking, this is normal, this is acceptable, to now really not doing that. I did, and I do still enjoy the taste of a sip. That little bit of a hit, but the headache that comes with it, the dehydration, not so excited. And eventually, someday, it'll probably be like that for the medicine work or the breath at sometimes. I'll be like, I just want to take a break for a while. And then for right now, just recognizing how enjoyable it is. And then reminding myself I can keep learning to trust myself to change states. So the light has gotten a lot more yellow and a lot more white as well. On the left-hand side, it's kind of yellowish white into the clouds. The sun is over the horizon, I believe. I'm going to keep going. Oh, I can see it behind those giant buildings. And it's awesome. So this is definitely past sunrise now. And sunrise is happening before 6 a.m. now. And then I can see little edges of yellow, but blue skies. The sky is looking a lot more blue. And it's pale off into the distance. What has me describing this so much? Again, magic mirror work. This is for me, not for you. And I'm saying that because there's a part of me describing it for you, but a bigger part, oh, little pain right here in the left lower rib. Pleasure, power. I think it's around the power place. I've got to look at that map of the body again. Let's see, what was I saying? Why am I describing it? I'm practicing describing things more. It's one of the things that I have not perfected, is the word I want to use, my skill. And how do I describe a scene? How do I set the stage? And part of it is, how do I say more beautiful words? How do I say things to sound good as well? Is what my wine wants to do. It's like, oh, that was so witty, Nick. Thank you. Oh, you shouldn't have. I do have, I was going to say, and let's just say the thing, I live on approval. And it's not a spell I want to cast to say that I live on approval, but approval is a big part of things. And that's why I remember it was like flattery got some people very far with me. And then I'd remember, who am I? Where's my center? What do I want? And then noticing that it's wonderful to be flattered, and it's also wonderful to notice when I'm being manipulated and not to judge the other. It's up to me to notice. I can still encourage the flattery. I don't have to make it change my behavior other than acknowledging it, thanking it. Okay. So practicing moving the hips and lower back again, not letting stiffness creep in. That's a big part of life right now. I am upright and mobile much more. And my body is feeling its pains and its aches and its stiffnesses, and also the increased mobility. And that's part of what I wanted. I wanted to have a body and a physique, and I'll say it this way, similar to Bruce Lee, where it's fluid, it's strong, it's striking when it wants to be. And it can move energy. And it can be deadly by choice. Part of me wants to be able to defend not just myself, but my family at any point in time. Part of me enjoys and appreciates that I did gymnastics. And at some point in the near future, I'll probably do some martial arts with my son with my beloved, because yeah, how do I learn how to strike more? Oh, and just noticing every single muscle a little bit tight around the sides, and then just being with that tightness too. Oh, a little bit of a sharp pain. Practicing not scratching that side, that's been a real practice, being with it. And then the reason I'm able to do it better is I'm imagining if I'm actually supporting my son by having this itch and not scratching at the same time. And also not judging him for scratching his, because there's a part of my brain that wants to go to I'm better than you now, versus can I do this with you, for you, by you, as you, through you. And it's such a difference, because it's noticing I want to do things with my family, but there is still such a part of me that wants to be better than. Like, it lives life through comparison. It's not that I want to be a certain way, but I want to be better than those around me, which also then means that I only want to surround myself with people that I can be better than, which would be a limiting thing. And how do I say the thing that I need to say? How do I be the thing that I need to be? And part of it is saying, it's like, what is the goal? Okay, we got a real goal now. Fuck. I'm thinking about my business. We want to create the clients. What is in the way? What is in the way? What is in the way? What's in the way of marketing? What's in the way of really getting this out there? What's in the way of spreading the message? What's in the way? Where's my fears? The fears of rejection, the fears of judgment. What are the conversations I want to have? What are the conversations that are working? What are the conversations that aren't working? So many conversations. So many conversations. So many conversations. Going through the system. Going through the system. Now, actually going through the system. Trusting this process, trusting the progress. Trusting the process, trusting the progress. Making things completely inaccessible in a way to a certain group of people. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. Creating videos. I'm just, okay, over and over again, I'm going back to our soul immersion. Right now it's $10,000 US. I'm imagining creating it more accessible by creating more videos, more automations, more things that are being done, and growth, and a portal where people can take a look at. And there's a piece, there's two pieces. One is there's the portal that's available to all, and there's the bespoke version where there is more hand holding. And I'm reminding myself a little bit of what Jack Cruz has done. He's got all these blogs and all these videos and everything else, and part of it for me is how do I create more videos where I'm serving people in the way that I want to, without having to explain everything. If you want detailed explanations about redox and mitochondria and all that stuff, go to see Jack Cruz. If you want to really learn this mental method of deconstructing and balancing, go to Dr. John DeMartini. If you want to immerse yourself deep into considerations, go to Judy. If you want dot, dot, dot. These are some of the resources. And here are the resources that you'll already have here. It's not scratching the surface, but I am going to give you my version of things, my version of the values determination, my version of human design. And it's just noticing, where have I not launched? Where have I not spoken? Where have I not said? Really wanting to launch and to announce what it is that we're doing. This is not a unique model, and it is a unique model. Right? How many people are willing to upfront create this? That's part of it. Like, they've done it in some of the Tony Robbins stuff, the platinum stuff, where it's like, yeah, you get one of his coaches. I remember seeing that. And then how many people actually use it? How many people just show up for the thing? But they pay for it all, right? Just for the presence of it. We're not there yet in terms of our being sought after. And that can change so quickly these days. Yeah. Marika and myself, yeah, when we're sought after, when someone wants to work with us, it's easy, it's effortless. And there's something that's missing. There's something that's missing. All right. I'm being with my own ego now, too. My own ego has all these stories. I'm reminding myself, though, gratitude. Gratitude for this home, this space, this fire. Gratitude for this life, this recording. Gratitude for getting this place of seeing sunrise again. It's been over a week of sunrises that I've had. And I wouldn't have continued to wake up without a strong enough reason, without everything being aligned exactly the way it is. And I'm really enjoying this without having all the resources that I do, without the experiences that I've had. So that part, really grateful for. Grateful for the spaceship that we created last year on the retreat land, and working with Marika and Brent, and then having the courage to speak to whatever I wanted to for Matt, and then being clear on my life and how I want things to unfold, being clear on all these parts. I love this life. Love this life. Absolutely love this life. I'm loving that flooring that came from Richmond. It's noticing these little parts that came from Port Moody. That came from Coquitlam, the gas tank, because we actually got that with the RV. Same thing with these barbecues, which I look forward to returning. From PEI, the little birdhouse, fake birdhouse. Hilarious. We thought it was a real birdhouse. It's a fake birdhouse. And it doesn't mean a real bird can't go in there. It's just it wasn't designed to be a real birdhouse. Hilariously. Hilariously. And then just setting up lights. Setting up lights out here in any way that we want to. Whether it's those giant hooks and then string them along out there. We'll get to see. I get my friends to help out. Get my dear friend Andy to help out. Over and over, I love I love getting help. I love being helped, and I love helping. How do I do it in a way that really serves? How do I do it in a way that really serves? How do I do it in a way that really serves? Inviting people to see our website, inviting this new marketing campaign. Oh, I'm noticing the sun on the umbrella. Hello, sun. Oh, that's pure sun. Woo! Shining right in the eyes. I'm willing to look at the sun for a moment right now to blind myself at times, just to see what it's like. I can still blink and I can see almost two versions of the sun with both eyes. So I'm out here for sunrise. What else is there that's really important to address, to notice, to own, to be? Just doing some chanting, playing with the breath holding, playing with the alkalosis and the acidosis of the body over and over again, shifting the homeostasis a little bit. Oh, yeah. Just stretching things out, just noticing what's there, tapping on the lower extremities, just bringing some life into this body. Bring some more life, bring some more movement. Bring some more stretching, bring some more fluids. Hydrating myself after having dehydrated myself. Yeah. Anima, tips, and tricks. Anima, tips, and tricks. It's funny because it really is getting more comfortable starting off in the bathtub, because the first fear is the fear of making a mess. Choosing the left side or the right side to lie on or on the back. Have some towels down. But then at first I was like, I don't want any towels because I don't want to clean them up. So just notice what's the most important thing. Then noticing, where do you put the bucket? Like, do you put it somewhere where it could slide or not? Where if you catch the hose accidentally, it's going to pull it? Or do you hang it up somewhere where you can also hit it and spill it? And just being able to clear everything out so that it's at least minimal. Because initially there would be such an aversion to, oh, the bucket is full of disease, of poop and stuff like that. And then eventually it'll be kind of like it's all good. Like, it's all good. Every surface in life is covered in a thin fecal veneer. And you get better at cleaning. And what cleaning products do you want to use? We have Force of Nature, which helps to disinfect, but it's actually really natural. And as well, what do you want for yourself? So then recognizing bucket, hose, and the most important thing is the red catheter tube that goes into your butt, because it's so much softer. And then we use different kinds of oils, and eventually coconut oil is one of my favorites because it is solid and then it goes liquid, and then using a different finger each time to get a little bit, so not too much, not too little, warming it up on your asshole so it actually melts a little bit, and then sliding it along the tube, so slowly inserting the tube. And then once the tube's inserted a little bit, you can actually open it up. And when you open it up, the fluid actually helps to keep opening up the space so you can actually insert it easier. And at some point, I usually pull it back a little bit. And then usually takes, if the bucket is only the 18 centimeters, inches above you, probably about 5 to 10 minutes to fully empty if it's full. I usually, for myself, I like to aim on the slightly higher side, but this is a personal choice. I like to aim on the 38, 39 degrees Celsius because I like it to feel warm for my body. If it's too warm, I've accidentally gone over 40 degrees before, I'm actually worried that it might cause some damage. If it's too cold, I've had times where I didn't have enough hot water and it's like lower than 33, like I feel myself getting a chill. So it's been shown before that if you want to take down a fever by 0.51 degrees, one of the most efficient ways to do it is with an enema that's below your body temperature. So that's a consideration for future. And I like to bring myself into a little bit more of a febrile state to see what wants to burn through. Holding it, the first one, ideally if it's more of a water flush, is just to let it go. And then after that, if it is a deeper flush, up to at most 15, 20 minutes, because longer than that, are you reabsorbing the toxins then? And I used to do it because I thought longer is better. I did it for almost an hour before. So it's not like I haven't done that. I just don't recommend it anymore. And as well, how much of your life do you want to dedicate to this? I was dedicating 2 hours of every single day to this. And right now, for example, I'm dedicating almost that to this magic mirror work. And I'm doing it outside in the light and in the sunshine now. So I'm grateful for this change, this transition. And then, feeling that in the gut right now. Wow, right here, I'm just feeling it. Is it reminding me to go do an enema soon? Probably. Let's give this first morning light a few more minutes because I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. Getting more into the direct sunshine, okay. More into the direct sunshine. I'm gonna move this camera a little bit that way. Stand back a little bit. Have a little bit more of the sunshine on my face right now. And then draining things all the way down and in, filling it up in between, having 3 rounds, about 1 liter each is my typical. And usually that can be done by boiling 1 liter of water, having that in an insulated bottle, and then having a French press for the coffee grounds. Not clogging the hose with coffee grounds because that's not so much fun. And starting myself, I'm using 4 heaping tablespoons, but starting off with less. Less is more initially. Notice the body and listen to it. And the purge, usually the first one, little chunks. Second one, feels like it's a deep, deep purge. And the third one, usually is starting to get clearish. In an ideal world, it is clearish. If it's still really thick, there's still a lot to go. And then recognizing, even after having done it regularly for years, there's still stuff. We keep creating stuff. There's no point where I'll be perfectly clean and perfect, especially since I'm very open to putting more, I'm gonna use the word junk in my body. Had an amazing burger and onion rings yesterday. Definitely not part of the diet. My beloved wanted it. I won't say I didn't want it either. I just wanted to make sure it was fucking good if I'm gonna do it. And that's the piece probably. I just wanna make sure it's fucking good if I'm gonna do it. Part of me wants some more Popeyes fried chicken. Love me fried chicken. And that's just it. Like I appreciate the idea, like Bob Dylan going, he started off with folk. It's like, what is folk? Why am I being boxed in by someone else's interpretation of what kind of music I should be doing? And then starting to play some of the electric guitar. And I can see there's a reason why people really want to stick to some purity in some ways. And it's not right, it's not wrong. Is that a school I see being built in the distance, or is it already built and running? I think it's being built in the distance, but I'm not sure. It's not right, it's not wrong. Let's see here. And it's a choice. It's like the German purity laws for beer. It creates something that's unique to that area, and it can feel very restrictive at the same time too. How to get the best of both worlds. It's the same thing even in the medicine spaces, the purity of their traditions versus all these new stacks, all these new integrations, all these new preparations. I remember when I first got served hape from someone who's indigenous, I thought, oh, it's gonna be this amazing mystical experience. It's like, it's done. It's like, what just happened? It's like, okay, I've made it mean that it's supposed to be this slow, grounded experience. And like, no, you just gotta do it. And not to say that it isn't spiritual, there's a clarity and a quickness and an efficiency to that spirituality. And for myself, the reason I slow it down is so that it doesn't become something that's just habitual to me, because there's that possibility, having not grown up with it with that same reverence. And for me, and the way I do it, I really want to be able to spit out, really let it go, make myself messy. And for them, they may not even have to do that. Maybe just swallow it too. I have no idea. I actually have no idea. And spending some more time probably with some indigenous cultures would serve me. I'm just imagining the four visions, everyone else, and just being with it all. I'm noticing myself going, I should become a medicine middleman. And I definitely don't want to be a medicine middleman. But my mind is looking at money. I got my money on my mind and my mind on my money. And if money weren't a thing, how would I do this? Would I do the same thing? I'd probably do it even more. If anything, I'd probably do it more. I'd want it even more bespoke. I'd want to play even more. I want to explore even more. And that's a thing to remind myself and to remind my dear friend Brent. Not get in the way. Not get in the way of his choices, his experiences. He's an explorer in his own way. We're all explorers in our own way. And it's fucking important. And let go of the attachment, Nick. I've got an attachment to things. Ugh. Ugh. Oorah. All right. Is there anything that wants to be said? Is there anything that want to happen this morning? Watching the clouds as they're slightly disappearing or coalescing or condensing or evaporating. Such an interesting world, and I don't fully understand it all. Feeling the poop that's coming. Poop, enema, all that stuff. I think it's time. I can close up shop out here. This is good work. There are shifts that are happening that are perceptible and imperceptible at the same time. Let's fucking live this life. Let's fucking enjoy this life. Let's fucking own this life. All right. Ciao for now.